Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Tarot. Today's pick a card reading will be about this one person in your life, the one that you're thinking about right now. It can be a relationship, love relationship. It might also be a friendship or a work relationship, just any relationship. The first one that pops into your head is the one that you have the most questions about, right? So these questions is what we want to answer today, and we want to look at it from an angle of solution finding instead of focusing on problems or challenges. You know, every relationship and everything that happens in our lives happens for us, not to us. So we want to figure out, what is this person teaching us? What can we learn from them and from this relationship and from the situation. So the first reading I actually already did, pile one. I've already done the reading a couple weeks ago, but technology was my enemy. The universe intervened here a little bit, so you will notice that my nails were different. And I think I approached the topic a little bit differently, but this came to me last night, so I'm trusting that it is the right thing to do. So yeah, this is a patchwork reading, just don't be surprised. Anyway, you go ahead and pick a pile. You can either pick the stone or the deck, whichever draws you in more, whichever you feel most called to. So on pile one, we have the black tourmaline or tourmaline, I'm never sure how to say it, or the golden art Nouveau tarot. Then pile two has the tiger's eye, or the Dreamymoons tarot deck. And lastly, we have the sunstone, I believe, and the unfolding path tarot. So go ahead, choose your pile, pause the video if you need to. You can find the timestamps in the description, as always. And I'll see you there. Hello, pile one. If you picked the black tourmaline or the golden art Nouveau tarot, this is your reading on where your relationship, your current love connection, whatever you want to call it, is headed. So what we're going to do first is we're going to shuffle the tarot to see, who is this person? Are you currently in relationship with them? What's going on? That's for me to get a little bit of insight into what's happening in your life. And then next, we're pulling some more tarot cards to find out where your connection is headed based on your current situation, and just advice on what you can do to ensure it's going where you want it to go. So let's do that. Let's shuffle your tarot cards first. Let's see. If you've been here before, you might know that I'm not the best shuffler. But I'll say it again. I just taught myself shuffling last year, so have some grace and patience with me, okay? So let's see. Who is the person we're talking about in pile one? Dear divine, dear spirit guides, dear higher self of pile one. Who are we talking about? Give us some information on this person. Okay, who does pile one have a love connection with? Who do they want to talk about? Pile one's love interests. Pile one's current love interests. That's too many. That's just... Oh my god. I warned you. Oh, that's 2 kings. So I get the feeling that we're getting information about different people, which makes sense considering this is a pick a card reading. So what I'm assuming is the message and advice, the situation is similar, but obviously the people are different. Can we get more information on who these people are? Okay, let's see. I just got how do you say it? An impulse. We're going to separate that. So for some of you, it's this person. For some of you, it's this person. And we want more information on this person first. Who are they? Some characteristics we can work with. Please, dear. Okay. That's odd. Okay. You're gonna see me confused in this reading. And now the other person, the King of Wands in reversed. Who are they? What characteristics do they have? Okay. How do you want to go? Whoop. Ah, upright. Okay. Let's move this aside a little bit. Okay. And are they currently in relationship with these people, or what's going on there? What's the situation? What's the situation with their love interests? I want to know. What's the situation in pile one's love life? What's going on here? Are they in relationship with these people? Do they have an affair? What's going on here? You don't want to tell me. Spirit is taking their sweet ass time to give us some information here. Maybe this way they'll come out. They're awfully quiet. Interesting. Very interesting. You feel free to fast forward the shuffling process if you want, because this can be a very long and tiresome process. I do not blame you for wanting to skip it. It can get quite boring. I'm just doing it for, yeah. Just doing it for the people that might, you know, want to see it because they're skeptical. Maybe you enjoy it. So we have this. Is there more? Can we have more information? About pile one's relationship. What's going on here? There's a lot of court cards coming out. That is crazy. Yeah, a lot. Like, I feel like all of them are coming out. That's cool. One more. What else is going on? Pile ones. Love connections. Oh my gosh. Okay. One fell. Ground. Okay, wow. Let's see. Should I show you all the cards? Yeah. So there's two groups in pile one, the way I see it. So one group is dealing with, my nails are making life hard for me. One group is dealing with a reversed King of Pentacles and, oh, it was upright. An upright Page of Pentacles person. And the other half is dealing with a reversed King of Wands, upright Queen of Swords person. And the shared energy, the shared topic of pile one are these cards. The Two of Pentacles. Page of Cups in reversed. Queen of Wands. And the Ten of Wands in reversed. So what I will tell you already is the topic is that this person, well, I think it's fair to say one of you in this connection, doesn't have to be them, could also be you. But for the sake of making it easier for me, I'm just going to, from now on, say them. I think you're going to know if it's more accurate for you, for your position. But what I see here is that the person you're currently in an entanglement with, I'm going to say, seems quite uncommitted. It seems like they keep going back and forth between whether they want to commit or not. They feel they're like weighing the pros and cons, and they're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, you can see here how he's jumping, very jumpy. And yeah, the Page of Cups here, very stingy with their love, with their affection. Well, maybe not affection, but with their love, with their true feelings. It's like they don't want to give it away. Maybe they're protective of their love for whatever reason, you will know. But yeah, they wanna remain independent, and it's a huge weight. This connection feels like I'm just gonna say you, but like I said, maybe it's the opposite way around. It's like you're trying to hold on, but it's falling apart. It's like you're trying to hold on to them, to this connection, but clearly they're not as invested as you are. And you know, you can't carry it all by yourself. It's falling out of your hands. And this is a 10 of Wands. So I think you're realizing that, or at least part of you is realizing that, your intuition probably. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. I think there's a reason you're here, because part of you knows this is not the way it should be. So you're looking for advice and help and insight. That's what I can tell you, is they're holding back, and they just want to, you know, they want to keep their independence. They don't want to give away too much of their heart. So who are we dealing with? one half of you is dealing with a person that there is a lot of earth energy coming through, with the King of Pentacles, Taurus specifically, but it can be, you know, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, if that is relevant. Maybe they have a lot of earth energy in their charts. Doesn't need to be, but it's a possibility. And basically earth energy is, you know, reasonable, logical, going the traditional way, having a plan B. Yeah, I think you're getting, you know where I'm getting at. And to me, it looks like this person is pretending to have more experience in certain things than they actually do. At first I was confused, like, why is the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles showing in one person? But then I was like, I feel like this person is pretending to be something they're not. Now, of course, I don't know what exactly this is referring to, if this is referring to their job or their love life or whichever aspect of their life, but some aspect. They pretend to be super mature and to know everything and to, you know, they pretend to have gained so much, they pretend to have so much experience in something and pretend to really know what they're talking about, but they're not. They're actually beginners there. So yeah, it could be that this person, to you at least, seems like, you know, they're trying to tell you how you have to live your life, and because they have gained this and this experience, so they know better, how to go about certain things, but really they don't really know much. They're at the very beginning of their own journey. So yeah, that's interesting. Then the other half of you is dealing with, there's so many court cards, it's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never had this before. Anyway, the King of Wands in reversed and the Queen of Swords upright. So I feel like this is a very mature person, since we have a king and a queen here, but it looks like they're battling with, like, they're quite good at thinking logically and delivering harsh truths. The Queen of Swords is about, you know, cutting through the bullshit, seeing clearly. They've been through a lot, and they're not here to take anyone's bullshit. They're not gonna sit here and let you bullshit them. They see right through it. You cannot fool them, and they don't shy away from giving you harsh truths. So that seems to be their strength. But what they seem to be battling with is an aspect of passion. There is it's funny because I would say the Queen of Swords is quite assertive in her own way. So maybe it's not the assertiveness they're battling with. Maybe they have issues. I can't remember the English word for it. Taming their temper. You know, maybe they have a really bad temper. So they are good leaders. They have a lot of experience. They're very mature. And they're good at communicating and getting that truth out there. But maybe the way they get it out can be very hurtful, and maybe they can be quite explosive when, you know, impatient and explosive when things don't go the way they want them to. They have a quite fiery temper. And then their words cut like a knife. Ouch. So let's move on to, now that we've established who they are and what the relationship is about, I got a pretty good image. Let's move on to the part of the reading where we ask for advice, what you can do right now in this situation to get where you want to go. Or maybe we take a quick look what you're hoping to get from this relationship, or what you can actually learn. Maybe it would be helpful for you to know, what can I learn from this relationship, and what else can I learn before I can move on? Because you're still in it, right? You haven't moved on yet. Yes, you're at the end of that struggling cycle, because you're beginning the end by just realizing that you don't want this anymore. But maybe there's more for you to learn, and that's why you're still there and not quite ready to move on. So I want to know, what is stopping pile 1 from moving on? Why can't pile 1 move on from this love relationship? If it's not, is it still serving them? Or, you know, if it's really not serving them anymore, or at least they don't believe it is, why can't they move on? What's left for them to learn? Do they have to do? What's left for them to learn? I must say, the Divine is quite quiet with you. You know, there's certain things that your higher self will never let you know, because you got to figure them out yourself. It's crucial for your growth. Nevertheless, we will get some answers for sure. Pile 1. What's stopping them from moving on? What is stopping pile 1 from moving on? What do they have left to learn? What lessons are in this still? Anything else we need to know? Okay. Last one. Last chance. Higher self, spirit, divine. Last chance to get a word in. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have the Sun in reversed. Oh my God. Reversed? Did I say reversed? Well, it just fell out of my hand and fell upright, so these things don't happen. There's never a coincidence. The 5 of Swords in reversed. 6 of Pentacles. And the World, which is beautiful. Beautiful card to have. Okay. It seems like one very important lesson for you to learn is that you don't need anyone to be happy and joyful. And sometimes we have to learn this the hard way, you know. We humans, we usually learn through contrast, which means contrasting experiences. That means we learn through, we perceive it as unpleasant things that happen to us, uncomfortable, not really what we wanted, but we needed it, you know, because it gives us the shadow to our sun, to our light. It shows us what we don't want, so we can define even better what we do want. And I think this situation with this person, that for some of you thinks they know everything better, and for some of you are quite hurtful in their expression. It's important for you to find balance, but also what is coming to me right now, you know, you're learning that there needs to be an equal give and take, or it is not a fair relationship. And you've been giving a lot more than they have. And so you're realizing that that's not good, that's not, or that's what you should realize. Maybe you haven't realized it yet, and that's why you couldn't move on. But let me tell you that now. It's important for you to know, if they don't give as much love to you, if they don't invest as much as you, it's no good. It's not the way it should be. And the world is yours. And by the way, the world also indicates the end of a cycle. You know, the world is actually a major Arcana card. So I think this is a very important moment in your life right now, where you get to redefine exactly what it is you want from a partner. And they're helping you do that. You know, like I said, every unpleasant situation, every unpleasant experience is actually such a gift, because you can learn so much from it about yourself, about your needs and desires. And this cycle is about to end, and then what you do in the next one is up to you. So make sure that you really learn what needs to be learned. I get the feeling that you haven't quite figured out when to pick your battles, like how to pick your battles. You know, not everything is worth a fight, and you might sometimes win a fight, but if you fight a loved one, it's not winning. It's like, at what cost, you know? If there is true, genuine love there, and you think you can win a fight, it's so painful. It's not worth it. I think constructive communication is of importance here. It's important that you learn to communicate with your partner in a way that both of you can express themselves, express their standpoint, and then you can find solutions. If you look at a fight as an opportunity to win, then is a good hard look in the mirror is required, because it's not the mature way to have a relationship. The sun is such a joyful, beautiful card. It's finding, you know, that youthful, childlike happiness, you know, that excitement only children have about seemingly mundane things. They can get excited about everything. The world is their playground. It's so sweet. And maybe you lost a little bit, I don't know, through this uncomfortable, oftentimes painful situation with this partner. But you don't need anyone's permission. That just came to me. You don't need anyone's permission to be happy and to be excited and adventurous and, you know, see the small things in life and get happy about them. And this person just came to my mind that things they have it all figured out, have it figured out how to live your life and stuff, that they probably, this person often criticizes you, and maybe you have some inner child wounds that get triggered by that, you know? That could be that you experienced similar stuff as a child, that people, your parent or one parent didn't validate you, didn't validate your experience, made you feel like you're wrong the way you are. And this relationship right now is triggering that old wound in you. But this is, like I said, a very significant moment for you in your life, because you get the opportunity to heal that, to reflect on it, you know, do what you need to. For me personally, I love writing everything down in all detail. You know, it helps me reflect and get those emotions out. Me personally, I can express myself better that way. But you know best how you can best treat yourself, reflect on yourself, and, you know, really look at it and try to see where certain behaviors are coming from. Not just necessarily negative behaviors in the sense that you're doing something wrong, but why you're reacting to people the way you are reacting. Because some reactions are not rational. They're not coming from the present moment. They're coming from the past. They're coming from your inner child that is wounded. So this is an amazing opportunity for you to move past that. So in that way, your relationship right now truly is a blessing. Let's see what more we can get out of Spirit. Word of advice before we move on to the oracle cards that I already pulled for you. What can pile 1 do right now? What can pile 1 focus on that helps them, that is in their best interest? Please give us some loving advice on how to move forward from here. What can pile 1 do right now? What's the best course of action for pile 1? Best course of action for pile 1. Boundaries. 7 of Wands. Best, okay. Patience. Oops, sorry. And one more. Best course of action for pile 1. funny. The Queen of Swords again. Yeah, it's the open communication again. The clear, confident communication. I'm gonna show her. I'm just gonna show you again. This queen. Okay. Very important for you right now is to create boundaries. Know your worth and know where your boundaries lie. Like this far you can go and no further. When, like with a person that, like I said, for some of you, always gives you unsolicited advice and input that you didn't ask for. You need to draw boundaries and say, okay, enough. Like, I know maybe you have the best intentions, but I didn't ask for this. And for some of you that are really taking a shitstorm from your explosive partner, every now and then, you know, tell them enough. You, like, this is the line. I draw the line here. You do not get to, I don't know if they insult you, you know, you do not get to insult me. And this is, you can only draw boundaries if you learn to communicate. And I mentioned that already here. It's not about winning or losing. It's not about, you know, you hurt me this much, so I'm gonna hurt you back. Or it's also not about feeling like a victim. You have to stand up for yourself. No one else can do that for you. And you have to learn to grow. You have to grow into this power, you know, into the skill of just communicating clearly. Like I said, the Queen of Swords is not here to tolerate anyone's mistreatment because she's been through enough. So she's gonna say it head on, you know? She's gonna say exactly what she thinks and what she feels, and I think that's something you need to learn. That is the best course of action right now to work on your communication skills. Maybe that means getting out of your comfort zone a little bit, because some of us don't like confrontation and don't like arguments, and maybe even feel inferior in arguments. But that's something you can work on. Yeah, you know, work on your confidence, listen to positive, affirmative music that boosts your confidence. Feel like a bad bitch. Also, if you're a guy, feel like a bad bitch guy, bad bitch person, just, you know, like a king. You don't have to be a woman to resonate with this. And that ultimately, you know, growing your confidence and your communication skills will ultimately help you draw boundaries, like draw the line. And that's it. Once you learn to do that, that's such a cool thing, and it boosts your confidence even more to be like, hey, I stood up for myself and I'm not taking this kind of behavior anymore. And realizing you value and love yourself enough to do that is such an amazing moment. So really, I can only recommend to you to do whatever it takes to get there. And the Seven of Pentacles in reversed indicates to me that there's also patience to be had. So while you're working on these things, be patient with yourself. I think you've already started working on these things. You've already planted the seeds, so to speak. You know, we see the little plants that he's just watching growing. I don't actually know the figure of speech in English. English is not my native language, by the way. But you can't you can't watch a plant, like the plant doesn't grow faster just because you're watching it. Meaning growth takes time, and it's a process that you cannot rush and you cannot force. So, you know, take it step by step. First you plant the seed, then you water the seed, then you let the sun shine on it, and you keep watering it, and it has to grow little roots first before it can come to the surface. So maybe, you know, it will take a few attempts, maybe a few failed attempts before you really see an improvement. But that's okay. We're only human, we're not only human, we're spiritual beings in a human experience. At least that's what I believe. And that's exactly what we're here for. Making experiences, experiencing that emotional growth, and learning how to navigate being humans. So yeah, basically be patient with yourself as you work on yourself. Have grace. Okay, so the last word is going to be through oracle cards that I already pulled before the reading, so you don't have to suffer through the shuffling. First, we have Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. Let's move this. These cards are big. Yeah, we don't have room for this heart here. And Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. Okay. So what I'm hearing is if you want to go, you can. Looks like to me like you learned what you needed to learn, and you've realized what you needed to realize about yourself. You've had all those realizations, and once you've had those, you can't really unsee them. You can't unlearn them or unrealize them. You're always going to know. So you don't really have to suffer through the relationship anymore if you don't feel like it's serving you anymore in any way. This is basically Spirit giving you green light, like, don't worry. You know what you needed to know, and you can move forward. You know, you can clear out the clutter, basically tidy up your life, get rid of those people that no longer serve you, that don't make you happy, that don't fulfill you. You are free to go. And then realize all the possibility you have once this person is out of your life. And while the unknown, not knowing what comes next, can be an uncomfortable place, Spirit is urging you to embrace the in-between, embrace the unknown, embrace this phase of your life where you don't know what's next, because not knowing what's next means everything is possible, and that is super exciting. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. There we have it again. The honest, clear communication. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Yep, embrace the in-between and let go. And forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yes. Wow, I was saying that. Oh, I love it when that happens. It's so cool. You know, that inner child healing I told you about, there's definitely some stuff that happened in your past that is getting triggered through your current relationship, but that's perfectly normal and perfectly fine. That it is perfect this way, because it shines a light on parts of you that are not healed yet and gives you the opportunity to do so. Yeah, and let go of the control issues here. Embrace the in-between, let go of the control issues. You know, go within yourself. Spend time with yourself. To me, it looks like the time is here, if you feel ready to have that conversation with this person. And you don't have to be scared. Basically, see it for what it is. See it for the beautiful opportunity, the beautiful learning and growth opportunity that it is. You know, love and light and move on. You don't have to be at war with someone to walk away from them. You can wish them all the best. You can have love for them in your heart and still move on from them, because you're no longer on the same wavelength, and you just want to move on to new shores, and that's perfectly fine. And honestly, I don't think there's anything left to add here. I feel like the messages are very clear. So, wow, beautiful, loving it. I'm ending the reading here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could take away from it what you needed to. I wish you all the best. I hope you're going to be back. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video if you liked it. Let me know if it resonated with you. Leave a comment. I would love to exchange and chat, to connect. You can also find me on Instagram, florencej_guidance, and the same handle for TikTok. I'm also open for personal readings if you ever feel called to, you know, have a reading that's more personalized to you. And of course, if you have the means to, I'm open for that, just to let you know. You can find my email address in the channel description, but if I don't forget, I will also mention it in the video description. So thank you so much again for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So what we're going to do first is we're going to shuffle the tarot cards to first figure out, who is this person? Who are we even talking about? Just so that you get that extra confirmation. And then we want to know, what is the situation like? What is the relationship like? What kind of relationship is this? Maybe this will also clear itself up already when we, pull the cards for the person. And I just want to see, what is the situation between you and this person? What's going on there? What's going on in this relationship? And lastly, we'll pull some more tarot cards for, the question of the questions. What can I learn from them? What can you learn from them, rather? And I already pulled your oracle cards as well. And I'm going to show you these last to get some extra advice on how to handle the situation, what you can learn, and what the best course of action is. So let's get started. Don't be surprised if the cards just fly around. I'm not the best shuffler, as you might already know from previous readings. But hey, practice makes perfect, am I right? Okay. Higher self, dear spirit guides. What person are we talking about here? Who are they? Sorry, I have to move my chair here. Yeah, who are they? Who are we talking about? And maybe you can already tell us what type of relationship this is. Who is this person pile 2 wants to know about? Give us all the tea, all the info. You want to come out. Who is this person? Oh, okay. So are you upright or reversed? Upright, okay. Can we have one more? Can we have one more? Who is this person? Are we sure? Are we sure? You're not sure how you want to lay, so I'm choosing it for you. And we have the bottom of the deck energy for this person here. I'm just gonna leave this here. Okay, that's someone sneaky, someone dishonest is the first impression I get. Okay, what do we have here? We have the Star in reversed, the King of Wands in reversed, the Ace of Wands upright, and the Queen of Cups. So let's see. If I go quiet for a while, don't be surprised. I sometimes have to feel into it. You know, get a feeling for the situation here. Well, it seems like this person is kind of hopeless. Like this is a person that seems to be struggling with something. I don't know if that's connected with it. They're not completely honest about their struggle to you, maybe. The King of Wands in reversed tells me that they maybe are explosive, that they might not be very in tune with, like, their masculine energy doesn't seem to be very well balanced. In this, that means either they have a problem with assertiveness altogether, or they're explosive, like they're over the top with their masculinity. That could be too, you know. And it doesn't matter if this person identifies as male, female, non-binary. It doesn't matter. This is energy. So we're talking about logical thinking, assertiveness, how do you say that? Being strategic. Sorry, English is not my first language. Yeah, they're definitely creative. I can see that. We have 2 wands here. So this is a passionate person. Could also be that fire signs are maybe significant. You know, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius doesn't have to be. But they're definitely a passionate and creative person. And they have some dreams, you know. The little castle here in the back. They've had a vision lately. And so yeah, what's interesting here is that the masculine energy is off, but they seem to be very, very, very well grounded in their feminine energy, like the emotionality, the gentleness, the empathy. Yeah, all that. So the Queen of Cups is someone who's not afraid to sit with their emotions, sit in them. They know that vulnerability is strength. They lead their lives with compassion. That doesn't make them weak, by the way. This is a queen. So they're very, very, very emotionally mature, very nurturing, very empathetic, and I would say intuitive as well. They're very strong there, and their masculine energy is kind of thrown off balance here a little bit. So maybe it's not explosiveness, since they're good at balancing their emotions and, you know, feeling everything there is to feel in a very healthy way. It's not destructive or anything. They doesn't seem to be manipulative. It's all good, their emotions. Maybe they really struggle making decisions, being decisive, assertive. They might have this vision, but they don't quite know how to go about it. And that lack of assertiveness over their life, that lack of dominance over their own decision making, their trajectory, is making them a little bit hopeless. It's like, yeah, so to me it looks like they have this huge idea, but they have no idea how to get there. And it's right now they're feeling a little desperate about that, a little hopeless, like they cannot reach that star they're aiming for. So this is something they need to work on for sure. And yeah, it seems like they're dishonest about something. They're sneaky about something. I don't know what this is about, but we'll see. I want to see what the situation is between you two. By the way, sorry if this was a little bit rocky. It always takes me a while to get the flow going, but we're getting there for sure. So yeah, what is the situation between you two? What kind of relationship are you in? What is the situation between pile 2 and this person? What is the situation between pile 2 and this reversed King of Wands, upright Queen of Cups person? Okay, 10 of Cups in reversed. So how now? How do you want to be? Okay, Page of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of reversed energy here. So for those of you who don't know, tarot cards have slightly different meaning depending on whether they fall upright or reversed. It indicates, blocked energy, or in some instances it means the complete opposite. Just so you're not confused as to what I'm talking about. Yeah, pile 2 and this person. It's really interesting. I never stop being amazed at how this works. Because I mentioned I started all these readings 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I actually started pile 2's readings, pulled some cards, but my devices kept shutting off and it didn't work out the way I wanted. But some of these cards came out then. So gives me reassurance, It's so cool. One last card. What's the relationship between pile 2 and this person? What's the situation between them? What's going on here? Well, I don't know. It seems like there's not a lot of fun going on. Maybe you're broken up right now. This is what... Huh. This is actually a card that, that Annie Tarasova, the creator of Dreamymoons, came up with, the Flower of Life. I have to read on the meaning of this card. I have never pulled it before. So I will do that later, but first I will read this. So the Hermit is an total indicator that there is a break between you two of some sorts. This is introspection, self-reflection, going inward, you know, pulling away from everyone, being in solitude for a bit. So I think it's safe to say that you guys are on a break. The Page of Wands in reversed. Ten of Cups in reversed. So this is, I'm not sure if maybe you guys didn't want the same things from life. If this is a love relationship, then something just occurred to me. Just for some of you, since this is a pick a card reading, you know, always take what resonates and leave the rest. For some of you, it might be that one of you is this emotional, intuitive, empathetic person that is very emotionally mature, and the other person is this King of Wands that might be, you know, explosive, has problems with decision making, you know, all the stuff I said before. Could be. I know I did say that this is the description of the person we're asking about, but just in case that didn't fully resonate, it just came to me that that could be the case as well. Well, anyway, back to the situation. Yeah, there's no celebration. There's no, you know, going out together, letting loose. This really goes well together, in my opinion. Either them or you, I don't know who of the two of you is really pulling back. Doesn't want anything to do with social interaction, parties, drinking, none of it, you know. It's really focused on their own growth and development. So this screams family, you know. We have that ultimate fulfilled family life here that many of us dream about, and this is reversed. So if this is a love relationship we're talking about, then one of you, probably you, but I'm just gonna say one of you, probably had high hopes that this would be it. This would be the thing, you know, your happy ending, so to speak. Not that I believe there's ever an ending, you know, life is ongoing, but just for the sake of, you know, you get the idea. Yeah, you probably thought this was it, this was the one, this was the person you were gonna have a family with, the ultimate fulfillment. Also, the Ten of Cups is, you know, an end of a cycle again. So maybe you do have a family with this person, and the happy family life, that's over, you know. You had it, and now that cycle's over, and it no longer fulfills you. And something that I just remembered from a few weeks ago, I will bring that back because it still applies here. We have Ace of Wands here. We have the Page of Wands here. So I'm just gonna assume this this is you. It could be them too, of course, but I'm just gonna assume this is talking about you. You've had that family life, and it no longer fulfills you, you know, and that's nothing bad. For some of us, it truly is everything we need, and for some of us, it just doesn't, you know. There's not an ultimate way to be a mother or to be a family person. That looks completely different depending on who's standing in front of us. Like, for some of us, we want to be 100% parent. For some of us, we want to work as much as possible, and for some of us, we work part-time and we're at home part-time. It's all about finding that balance. And it's very easy to get just soaked up and immersed in that family life and it being the only thing in your life. And it kind of can make you lose that sense of self-identity. You know, who am I? What am I interested in? What do I want to do with my life? What do I want to reach? What goals do I have other than that? I mean, that definitely was a goal of yours and you reached it, but it's no longer, you know, it's no longer everything for you. So I think you're trying, I think you have a vision, honestly. You know, that's how tarot works sometimes. Actually, it happens to me quite a lot that I define a position and then the tarot cards just tell me something different. And I'm like, thanks, that's not what I asked, but I guess everything that needed to be heard came out. So probably you have a vision of a creative endeavor, but you're not sure how to go about it and it's stopping you in the tracks. The Page of Wands stands at the beginning of a passion project and working their way up. You know, the page is not very mature, doesn't have a lot of experience, but is very invested in what they want to do. And in the case of the Wands, very passionate about it. It's like they have a lot of passion for it, but they don't know what to do with it. And in your case, it's reversed. So I think you're standing at the beginning, but you're not moving forward. It's like you're stopping yourself. And I don't know if you're feeling guilty about this. I don't know if you feel like you don't deserve to have a life on your own, like a life apart from this. I know what that feels like, being a mother myself. You know, if that's your situation, you know, family life can also just be the relationship. Kids don't need to be involved. It's just that kids are showing here, but it could be that there's no kids involved and this is really just speaking about your relationship and you had that picture perfect relationship, but it turned out to bore you, maybe. Who knows? You're just looking for more in your life. You want to, there's some endeavor, some dreams and visions that you have other than this, whatever this is for you. But you're not moving forward. You're stopping yourself and going inward. And maybe you're also not allowing yourself to have a lot of fun. Just be careful there. You know, self reflection and introspection is of course important. You of course have to evaluate what it is you truly want, but allow yourself to have fun in the process. Just because you want to focus on yourself doesn't mean you can't have fun. Just don't become a hermit, in the sense of don't become so isolated from everyone and everything that you lose touch to the outside world, to everyone else in it. Don't shut the people out that you love. Yeah, it looks like you've been shutting out your friends for some reason. Interesting. So let's see what the Dreamymoons booklet says here about the Flower of Life card. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, we have the the Flower of Life, sacred geometry, the universe, creation, affirmation. I am at one with the universe. We are all one. This card is the opposite of the self card. It's a sign to step away from your ego and detach from everything that forms your identity. The Flower of Life is the blueprint for creation. It's existed for thousands of years, reminding us of the unity of everything. We're all one, and the same life force flows through your best friend and your worst enemy. We're all connected on a global scale. If you suffer, we all suffer. Treat others exactly how you want to be treated, with love, warmth, and compassion. This card also signifies a period of your life where your connection with the divine is especially potent. Make sure to get out of your head and truly tune into your spirit. Yeah, everything's connected. Duh. But I think this is really about you learning to tune in. Don't overthink this. Go with that. You have the intuitive skills, you know. So follow that intuition. Universe has got your back. Trust that the when and how will come to you, and no dream that you could ever have, no vision you could ever have could be wrong, or you know, you can have whatever you want if you allow it to be, and no desire is ever wrong. I think that might be important for you to hear. And it's funny, this is not, I don't know, this doesn't really seem to be about a relationship. I'm not so sure anymore. Whatever. You get to hear what you need to hear right now. So, what can we learn from this ex relationship? I mean, maybe you're still together and you just don't want this to be everything. That could be too, you know? But with this going on here, I do feel like there has been a breakup. You just don't feel too heartbroken about it, and that's okay too, you know. Just maybe you feel a little bit hopeless. You don't know where your life is going next, but you know, trust that the universe is working in your favor. Everything is perfect the way it is. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Things will fall into place if you trust. Everything's fine. Okay. What can you learn? What is this teaching you? What is this person or the situation teaching you right now? You want to come out. Okay, I'm running out of space here. I'm not sure you will be. I'm gonna have to cut these. You already saw them, so I think it's fine. So I have to rearrange here a little bit. So we just pulled the Queen of Crystals, which traditionally is the Queen of Swords, and reversed as what you need to learn, where you can learn from this, what this is teaching you. And the first thing that comes to mind is clear communication. Also seeing things very clearly. Cutting through people's bullshit. What else? What else can pile 2 learn from this situation? Oh my god. Okay, good. Okay, that was enough. These jumped out. Did you see that? the Ten of Wands in reversed. Four of Swords. Nine of Wands. There's so many wands here, man. You are definitely a firecracker. You're a very passionate person. It's funny that she is like, I just thought of balance, I swear. I thought of balancing that fire, that, you know, explosive, passionate emotion. I literally thought of balancing that when I saw that she is like balancing these wands on top of her head, and this is reversed. So I think that's really something you need to work on, balancing this that's so funny. Not everything that you feel needs to be said, okay? We have the Queen of Swords here. And I'm sorry if this is a harsh truth, but I am delivering what you need to hear. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Definitely what I see here is that your communication skills can be worked on. While you are in tune with your emotions and all that, and you are empathetic and all that, I feel like in the heat of the moment, you tend to say things in a way that are hurtful and just not constructive. You know, you can deliver harsh truths without cutting down everyone on the way. By the way, what do we have here? Magician, okay, manifestation. And again, you're manifesting something. I can see that with the wands here. You have great visions and great ideas and big dreams for sure. And you do have that strong intuition that helps you manifest everything that you want. But yeah, your words are cutting. Your words tend to cut like a knife. And there's nothing wrong with being honest. But a lyric just came into my head from Taylor Swift. So casually cruel in the name of being honest. Being honest doesn't mean being cruel. And fire can be very destructive. And I experienced that firsthand. You know, a passionate person is, of course, is fun and adventurous and warm and passionate. There's just this joie de vivre, this zest for life, you know, and it's so fun and so infectious. But it also has that shadow aspect of, if not contained, it spreads like wildfire and it's very destructive. And in the heat of the moment, when you're experiencing strong emotions, things tend to come out unfiltered. And so that is something you can definitely work on, something you can definitely learn from this person you're thinking about, your ex-partner or your current partner. Maybe they are, maybe they are this balanced, emotionally mature person, and you can learn that from them. Who knows? It's a little bit confusing which is which, especially with court cards. It's tricky, but I'm sure you will know who is who and what resonates and what doesn't. Also, here, give yourself a break. Rest. Oh, it's funny that this is also underneath the Hermit. So it's good that you're doing that. It's good that you're going within yourself, that you're self-reflecting. You wouldn't be here watching this reading right now if that wasn't the case. You're clearly wanting to learn something, wanting to change something. So I'm very proud of you. I commend you for doing so. you came to the right place. I really hope you can take away something from this. Yeah, I guess before you say something, I would say in the heat of the moment, don't just react, you know? If you're realizing, okay, you're too hot-headed right now to maturely deal with the situation, retreat. That's so funny how this plays together. Like if you're feeling this, like, okay, like, yeah, like I said, there's all these wands underneath each other. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, if you're feeling these strong emotions come up, you're feeling hot-headed and you're like, whoa. Retreat. Do not immediately just, blurt it out. Retreat, take a break, go on a walk, take a shower, or go for a run. I don't know. Meditate, do yoga, whatever helps you collect yourself again and calm down again. Do that first before talking to that person. Do that first before you try to resolve any conflict, because when you are in the heat of the moment and you have these strong emotions, this fire, it will not turn out well. It will just hurt. It will burn. It will cut. It leaves marks. Yeah, and we have the Knight of Wands here. It's like someone who is standing tall, standing in their power. Also, almost there is coming to me, almost at the end of it. You're learning a lot, so keep your chin up. Also, the topic of boundaries. Here, boundaries came to my mind already. So again, it's funny that these are underneath each other. I think you're really learning to draw boundaries, to focus on yourself, I don't know if there's some friends that encourage your negative behavior and you're trying to separate yourself from them, or maybe you're just learning that's okay to retreat and you don't have to follow everything your friends do. I don't know how exactly that looks for you, but you're definitely putting up a fence, learning to draw a line, draw the boundaries with some people in your life, and that's really cool. And if you haven't yet, that is definitely something you can learn from this relationship or situationship. Yeah. So let's see what the oracles have to say. I already pulled those, and I'm really curious because oracles tend to reassure stuff that I said, and that's always the most fun part for me. So let's see. We have the Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. Then View from above. Get the big picture. What we want to know is what's the best course of action right now? What more can you learn, Taking shelter. The answers are within. So funny. This is basically a hermit. Look at this. It's so similar with the lantern here. Taking shelter. The answers are within. This is exactly what the hermit is talking about. So cool. Every time, I don't know how other readers do it, but I struggle making room for everything every time. And then transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. Yeah, you're definitely transforming. This is a big time for you. I already said you are making a substantial big change in your life, you know, realizing that your life is no longer fully serving you, like it's not everything, and you're making huge changes. So let's pull some animal oracles. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. So funny, because we had the Flower of Life, you know, everything's connected, trust in the universe, and we have the Magician here too. So I think, yeah, doing that trust fall with the universe is really something to learn as well. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Yes, that's the spirit, baby. That's exactly what we're talking about here. That's what we want to do. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Yes! Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this in a second. Koala Spirit, Spirit has a plan. Yes! Okay, so cool. Oh my god, I'm loving this. Yeah, trust in the magic, make your dreams real, trust in divine detours, Spirit has a plan. It's almost like I don't have to say anything more, but I will. You bet. Okay. I mean, I think the message here is pretty clear. But I will explain the divine detours part. Because I have experienced a lot of those, and you know, it's those situations in your life when you feel like this did not turn out the way I wanted at all. Like, for example, you didn't get the job that you wanted, or you lost a job after just a few months, and now you don't know where your life is going. And we talked about this earlier. Your life is taking a turn. You don't quite know. You know you have a vision. You know you have a dream, but you don't know how to get there, and it's making you hopeless. And I think some unforeseen things happen in your life. It wasn't solely your decisions that made you end up here. But you have to trust that, like I mentioned already, it's all for you. So, for example, I got a job and then I lost it after a month, and I didn't get paid and blah blah blah. It was a huge thing. But it turned out to be a blessing, because a much better job turned up that wasn't free before, and I actually got the entire sum of money much later, and instead of spending it, I was able to put it in my savings, you know. And in that moment, of course, I was like, oh my god, I want to get paid, and this is blah blah blah, this sucks. But in those moments, you have to trust that what is happening is gonna be for the better, and it's gonna work out in your favor eventually. You know, I didn't get paid in that moment, but I got paid later when I could actually put it in my savings, and it was so much better this way. I could afford so much more that way, and turned out to be a blessing. We usually don't know in that moment why things are happening, but if you keep trusting and try to go with the flow, try to make the most of every situation you're in, that's when the blessings start to pour in, you know. Yeah, Spirit has a plan there. The universe is always conspiring behind your back. So many things happening behind the scenes that you're not aware of, and you just, yeah, trust is everywhere. Trust, plan, you know. So this is really about the change you're going through, and this is about what you really needs to do right now. You are following a passion here, something you're feeling very strongly about. I don't know if what's funny is that this is voyage. This is you know, hot air balloons flying in the sky, and here we have the phoenix flying as well. So I don't know if that dream of yours is about traveling, if there is a voyage you've been wanting to take for a long time. Take this as a sign to do that. I think this is a go for it. And that doing that and, you know, following that gut instinct is going to bring a lot of transformation and realizations, and it's going to help you get the big picture. Sometimes we need to get away from everything we know to see it more clearly. From the distance, we tend to see it more clearly, and I think that's what this is talking about. So if you've been thinking about, you know, really taking a big break in the sense of, you know, going away, traveling, do it. Go for it. Don't be scared that you cannot miss something that's meant for you, okay? And we saw here already the Four of Swords. You know, take a break. Allow yourself that break. It's gonna bring you a lot of joy, and it's gonna help you see things more clearly and move forward with more clarity. So yeah, that's it. That's all the messages I have for you today. Thank you very much for being here. I'm so grateful. And I hope from the bottom of my heart that I could help you. If this did help you, if this did resonate, please leave a comment. I always love seeing those and I always reply to them. Hit like or subscribe to my channel to never miss out on any videos. It's just my little baby channel is growing slowly. I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but every single extra subscriber makes me so happy, and seeing the comments and just seeing when I could help someone makes me really happy, is what I'm doing this for, you know? So please interact, chat, reach out. I'm also available for personal readings if you ever have the means to invest a little bit of money in your personal development, in some insight into your life, you know, some life advice. I am also an intuitive life advisor. So yeah, I am available for one-on-one sessions. I will, if I remember, I will leave my email address in the description. You can also find me on Instagram, florencej_guidance. And yes, so that was it. Thank you very much again for being here, and I'll see you around in the next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. I'm so happy to have you. Let's get started. If you chose the Sunstone or the Unfolded Path Tarot, this is your reading. What we're gonna do first is shuffle the tarot cards to see. We're gonna do 3 parts. First, we want to figure out which person are we actually talking about here, just to get that extra confirmation for yourself. Secondly, I wanna figure out what's the situation between you and this person. What kind of relationship are you in, and what kind of challenges are you maybe facing together? And thirdly, I want to figure out the questions of the questions. What can you learn from them? What is this person teaching you? Now, of course, Spirit might have other plans, like in the previous deck, and just tell me all about your personal development, and that's fine too. You know, you're gonna hear what you need to hear, but just as a warning. And the last thing we're gonna do after shuffling the tarot cards is pull the oracle cards I already shuffled for you. Okay, let's get started. Dear Spirit teams, Spirit guides, higher selves of Pile 3, I'm calling you in. This is a sacred space. Only the best intentions are welcome. Please help us get the best guidance possible for pile 3. Okay. First and foremost, we want to know what person we're actually dealing with. Who is this person? Who is this person pile 3 is dealing with? Who is pile 3 dealing with? Please, Spirit, let us know. Who is pile 3 dealing with? Who is this person? Awfully quiet right now, aren't you? Spirit does not want to say anything about this person. Who are they? Gonna light this candle. Maybe after that, your spirit team will be a little bit more talkative. Who is this person? Please. See, that's why I don't prefer shuffling on camera, because it can be a long and wearisome process. But I know most of you guys prefer it. If you don't, feel free to fast forward. Getting the feeling that maybe we don't need to specify that. Maybe this is not just one person. That's just bad shuffling skills. Maybe it's not just one person. Maybe it's several people you're dealing with. Yeah, I'm just losing cards at this point. Okay, this one wanted, wow. This one wanted to come out. This one came flying out. What's going on here? Just gonna pick the ones that turned around, okay? Please ignore my cat meowing in the background. Okay. Now I'm gonna assume, you know, I might get a different feeling as this progresses. I feel like I have to pull one more. I don't know, I feel like I'm not done shuffling, and I don't know why, but I can shake the feeling. So I'm gonna keep going, see if there's anything else. But at least can I have confirmation if this is several people or one person. I'm gonna, whichever card I pull is gonna be my sign. This is one person or several. Doesn't want to say. I guess it. Yeah, okay. Wow, what? It's a lot of cards. I don't even think I can make all of this fit, so I'm gonna move this thing. There's a lot more than I expected. Wow. But it's all upright. That is a very different energy from the previous pile. Okay, well, the first card that came out was the Devil. So there's a sense of commitment here, a feeling of being chained to that person. This person is kickstarting a huge transformation in you. I can already see that. We are starting off with two major arcanas here, and in total we have 4 major arcanas. There's a huge shift happening in your life right now that this person is kickstarting. Okay, that's the first thing I can tell you. We have the Queen of Wands here with this cute little black cat. That's why this is one of my favorite cards, because I have a black cat currently rolling on its back and meowing. Anyway, back to the topic. Queen of Wands, someone very powerful, very passionate and warm and independent. This card screams independence. Now, I did ask for a description of the person you're dealing with. I just feel like I often get a different response from the spirit teams. It's more like this is telling a story, but let's keep to the script to start. Is a quite stingy person, greedy person, doesn't want to give anything away. Now, often if the right cards are present, this can also indicate that they're stingy with their love, their emotions. But I don't see any indication for that. It seems like the person are holding on to their belongings. They don't want to spend too much. They're stingy. Yeah, there's no other word for it. Very independent. There is a sense of not forcing a situation to be a certain way. I will not lie to you, pile 3. This is difficult to interpret for me right now. How do I put all of this in one person, you know? I just feel like, to me it feels like this is a card that came flying out. And after that, these followed, but more gently. So I don't know. For me, it feels like this is the person we're talking about. At least, maybe that's how you portray them. But you have to see through that and see what they're actually, the huge opportunity this is bringing you. Yes. This is how you perceive them, like the devil, that they're keeping you in one place, they're chaining you up, they're stealing your freedom. But you know, the thing about the devil card is that you have to realize that it's always your responsibility where you are. And at the end of the day, you are keeping yourself in the place you are right now. The shackles are not so tight as they seem to be. I just think, you know, the situation is hard. Oftentimes the devil reminds me of someone manipulative. Sometimes it gives me a little bit of gaslighting, narcissist vibes. you know, someone who knows exactly how they can play you. Like, they know exactly what to say to make you feel certain things in the right moment and make you stay, keep you in the place that you are right now. But you have to see through that. It's your responsibility, because deep down, I think you know that this is what's the word? Versuchung in German. You know, I'm not native in English. I'm sure it'll come to me. Persuasion, maybe? Wrong temptation. A temptation, exactly. It's, yeah. Trust yourself. You know who this person is, and ultimately it will lead to this huge transformation right now. And I just noticed that the death card came out reversed. So by chaining yourself to this person and to this situation, by keeping these shackles on, you are refusing that transformation. I don't know if you're probably scared of the change it will bring. I mean, change can be a scary thing. We've all been there. But you're only delaying it, you know? Because after you go through that change and transformation, you're gonna learn so many valuable lessons here. It's amazing. It's gonna bring you forward so much. You know, that feeling of independent, sitting on that throne reigning over your own life with passion, you know, with that zest for life, having fun again, and being assertive, you know, making the decisions. You're your own boss, not this person. You are. And by freeing yourself from this person, you will realize what a huge potential you have. Like, what a fucking queen you are. That's the only way I know how to say it. You are so powerful, and you're about to embark on such a huge transformative journey. That's crazy. And I think I don't know, maybe this person has given you some sense of financial security, you know. That also gives me those vibes of, you know, they're providing everything you physically need for you, so why would you complain, right? Maybe they gaslight you into believing that whatever you're unhappy about is not valid, but it is, okay? Financial or material wealth, or just being provided for materially, is not everything, okay? And if they're holding back, if they're really manipulating you and withholding love, or, you know, gaslight you, make you feel unvalid, or whatever it is that makes you unhappy, it is valid. And I think by freeing yourself from this person, you're also gonna learn how to keep your assets together better, you know? It's because with independence, it comes not only personal freedom, but also financial independence, which, yes, it can be scary. I absolutely get that. But it's gonna make you feel even more powerful, like, you know, feeling even more like you're no longer in the back seat, you're actually steering that thing. Just learning to embrace your strength, your resilience, and you don't, you know, you're so powerful. You don't need to force things into being. Like, there's such a gentle vibe going on here. Also, the star card has such a soft, gentle vibe going on. so emotional, so vulnerable. You know, she's naked. And I think maybe this person has made you feel like, oh, my throat is closing up. Emotional thing, emotional topic. Maybe this person has made you feel like you're weak. But vulnerability and compassion is not weak. It's strong as fuck. It's so powerful. It can go such a long way. Leading your life with compassion, man, it moves mountains, okay? So don't let this person tell you you're not strong, because you are. And by freeing yourself from the person, you will rediscover how much power you actually hold. And it'll give you back hope. Hope that maybe you haven't had for a while. Oh, this is so beautiful. I cannot wait for the rest of the reading. This is so beautiful. Everything that's on the horizon for you, I cannot urge you enough to go for it, because it's so amazing. Okay, I mean, this is already the situation, but I guess we can get more in-depth information about the relationship situation between you and this person. What is the relationship situation between pile 3 and this person? You don't need to stay committed to this person. You don't owe them anything, okay? Maybe they indoctrinated you into believing that you need them. It's like he's holding these shackles to you, or they're holding these shackles to you like, look at this, it's golden, you need it. It's, I have everything you want, I have everything you need, come back to me. Like, you know? Ugh. Yeah, you don't. You don't. You got it, okay? Whoa. Let's see, more about the relationship situation between pile 3 and this devil person. An insight into the relationship between pile 3 and this devil person. Do I need to shuffle differently? Is it me, Spirit? Is it me? Let me know if it's me. Because I'm not the best shuffler. We already covered that plenty. We already know that. Yeah, it's like, it's almost like your spirit team is really weighing their words, or, you know, taking their time with these messages, because I think it's very important they deliver it to me in a way that I can understand and translate it to you well. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that these cards are coming out slowly. There you go. Florence got it. More about the situation. What is the relationship situation between? And you know, maybe it's also really a test in patience for you. Be patient with yourself too, because it's not an easy process. Always easier said than done. What's the relationship situation between pile 3 and this devil person? That's 2. Okay. Let's see, the 7 of Cups. The Hermit. Ooh, Three of Swords. Six of Cups. Four of Cups in reversed. That's interesting because I mentioned boredom earlier, I think. Or maybe that was in the previous pile. I'm sorry for my confusion in that case. Well, yeah. So there's heartbreak here. There's a lot of suffering and pain in this relationship. And I feel like this person is very, indecisive. It's like one day they're feeling like this, one day they're feeling like something else. It's like they're very what's the word? I'm sorry if I'm lacking words. That happens to me a lot. Inconsistent. Exactly. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. Thank you for your patience with me. Yeah, they're indecisive and inconsistent. You cannot trust that they will feel about you the same way from 1 hour to the next, from one day to the next. They keep going back and forth. And the Hermit, it's another major arcana. Going within self reflection, introspection. Yeah, just taking a hiatus from the outside world. And maybe that could just indicate that they are withholding. It's not at all the traditional meaning of the Hermit tarot card, but I'm an intuitive tarot reader and that's what I'm feeling. So might be that you have children together, which makes it all the harder to leave, I guess. But even if there's no children involved, there's definitely there's strong feelings attached to this person. It's like you have a lot of nostalgia connected to them. There's a sense of you know this person very well, a sense of familiarity. Exactly. If this is not about children, then I think it's just very hard for you to imagine life without them sometimes, because you have a lot of history. You have a lot of those nostalgic, warm feelings for them. But again, this is calling for introspection. I feel like I need one more. So I need one more for the relationship situation. Seven of Wands in reverse. Let's see. Seven of Wands in reversed. Let's move this to the left. Boundaries, my dear friend. Struggling to make boundaries with this person. To draw the line. Maybe sometimes you're so immersed in this relationship or so drawn in by this person that it's hard for you to distinguish sometimes where this person ends and you begin, and vice versa. It's like the lines are very blurry. It's causing you a lot of distress. I can see that. I'm very sorry that you're heartbroken and distressed. yeah, we get introspection and self-reflection here a lot. Reevaluate what you want from life. Is this to like upright, I would say opportunities are handed to you, but it's not yet the right time for some reason because you're focused on something else. But this came out reversed, so that's really a general re-evaluation of what you want from life. That's what you are doing right now. That's why you're here. So let's see, what can you learn from this person? What is this person teaching you? I think that's the most important part here right now, because we've established what the situation is, and man, this is still amazing me. Just know, always keep that in mind, no matter if this is the situation right now. Always keep in mind this potential here. It's absolutely amazing. Please hold on to this. This all has to go up because I'm running out of space. What is this person teaching? Pile 3. What is this person, this devil person, teaching pile 3? What can pile 3 learn from this relationship, this situation? What's their learning lesson here? What can pile 3 learn from this person? Again, with the stinginess. Yeah, I can really see that there's a sense of stinginess here, like holding back, withholding. That's a very, that seems to be the overall energy of this reading. Because Spirit is showing me like we're withholding, we're holding back. It takes a lot of patience and yeah, I feel you. I feel you, my friend. This is unpleasant. But I have to keep going. And maybe you can take that as an example. I cannot just stop the reading because I'm like, well, fuck this. This is taking too long. No. You need advice and guidance, so I keep going because it is what it is, and it's the same for you. You can't just stop. It's like, this is your life, and it's hard sometimes, but you have to keep going, keep pushing through, because outside of your comfort zone is where the growth happens. Always, 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 always. Because, like, the process of death can be uncomfortable, right? Like being stabbed or something. But dying itself, the transformation happening in the moment that you die is so beautiful, like returning home to yourself. And in this life, the death card is not actual death, of course. In this life, the transformations we go through, the situation causing the transformation is painful, but then once you've gone through it, it's so peaceful and worth it all. Five of Swords in reversed. What can we learn from the situation, this person? What is this person teaching them? This card is giving me vibes of knowing when to stop, you know, knowing when to move on, knowing when to stop fighting, knowing when to cut your losses and leave, you know? It's like this person is teaching you when to, teaching you just, like it's like you're trying desperately to make something work that it has run its course, you know? 5 of Wands in reversed. It's again very, very chaotic, unorganized energy. You're learning to organize your thoughts and feelings, separate them from each what you want to come out. The Knight of Cups. Oh, that was showing earlier and I chose not to look at it. See, it's always going to come back. Now there's all the reversed energy. Interesting. What is this person teaching? Pile 3. Important lessons to be learned. This is devil person teaching pile 3. Really, is that everything? Enough with the stinginess already. Ugh. Keeps holding back and withholding and not really speaking. Is that your situation with this person? Ooh. Bottom of the deck, the World in reversed. It's an interesting thing to keep in mind. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Swords in reversed, and the 7 of Pentacles in reversed. Yeah, this is patience. Like, this is all reversed. So right now, I feel like you're still very much refusing most of the lessons that you can learn from this person. Maybe you're very focused on all the negative aspects and you cannot yet see all the opportunity that comes with a tricky, difficult situation like this. And that's understandable, you know, that's a process too. That's also something to be patient with. Like I said, I already mentioned, learn when enough is enough. Organize your thoughts and feelings. Because I think there's a lot of chaos within you. And you cannot move on in peace before you tidy up within yourself. You're only gonna keep attracting someone like that until you've learned your lesson, you know? The Knight of Cups is normally someone who shows their... someone with strong feelings, who shows their feelings with, you know, romantic, grand romantic gestures and stuff. Now this came up reverse, so it always gives me a little bit of an pretendy vibe. Now the 10 of Cups, you deserve to go after this. I know that's what you want more than anything. That emotional fulfillment and, you know, having kids. It's funny that the kids show up underneath each other, and all of these being underneath each other, you know, that stinginess with the kids. Maybe this person is keeping that from you, maybe on purpose, as a means of having power over you. I think they know that that is what you want, what you wish to have in your life. They're withholding that from you. Or maybe they keep you waiting, they keep putting it off, like, yeah, you know, in a year, and you keep waiting and it's just not coming. And that's frustrating. Yeah. And this transformation can happen once you really clear up that clutter, clear up the chaos within you. Go within. Focus on yourself, you know? And here we have these underneath each other. That's so interesting because there's this person seemingly holding you in place, having all this power over you, and just being indecisive. And it's like you keep trying to force them to make a decision, maybe, or you just can't let go of it. It's like you feel like this needs to happen with this person. No, it doesn't. And I think letting go of that idea is what ultimately will really move you forward. Sleepless nights, impatience. And then there's this reversed Knight of Cups. That's just, again, holding back, kind of. Holding back energy. So a huge lesson this person is teaching you is patience, for sure. But also to know when to stop waiting, I think. It's really when to know to stop waiting, because man, if it's suffering, if it's causing you more suffering than happiness, then it's maybe time to move on. Maybe just not the right person for you. I mean, clearly not the right person for you, because this feeling is not what you want to have in a relationship. And you deserve someone who knows exactly, who's sure that they want to be with you, who's sure, you know, they know what they want and they share your wishes and values. I just noticed that we have a lot of water in cups here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the water here. Maybe you're a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't need to be. Maybe it's very present in your chart. Doesn't have to be. It just means there's a lot of emotion attached to this. Obviously, you are very emotional and intuitive and empathetic. I can already see that here too. The empathy and compassion, the strength and vulnerability. Man, you are so beautiful. You're so divine. I want to give you a hug right now. Everything you want, you deserve, and everything you want is valid. And you will have it. You can have it. You have to keep believing in it and not give up on it just because this person is talking you out of it or making you feel guilty about wanting certain things or whatever it is they're doing. I hope you will find the courage and strength to free yourself, because it's causing you suffering and you're like trapped in anxiety and sleepless nights. It's literally stopping you from moving on, because you have all this potential here. I see it. Right now, it's only you stopping you from moving on. I said that in the beginning. You know, the shackles are not as tight as they look. What's really important right now is that you start, like I already mentioned, I'm sorry if I repeat myself, it's very important that you start clearing out the clutter within yourself, because your outside circumstances always, always, always reflect what's inside of you. It cannot be any different. This is law of attraction. If you are not familiar with it, look it up. It's how the universe works. If there's chaos within you, it can only be chaotic outside of you. If you don't know what exactly you want, you will only attract people who, you know, can make up their minds. If you stand tall in your life, knowing exactly this is what I want, and you are, you know, strong enough to, you're assertive, you're strong enough to sit there and be like, this is what I want. Either you want that too, or you're no match for me, you know? Unapologetic. Learning to embrace your power, you know, really embracing what you want from life and valuing yourself enough to settle for nothing more than exactly what you want. I'm going to pull a clarifier for this Knight of Cups, because that's the one card I didn't speak about and I want to. So please clarify that Knight of Cups for me, your spirit. What is this Knight of Cups about? Please clarify for me. What is this Knight of Cups about? You don't have to, you shouldn't wait for someone to give you your dream life. You have to claim it. You have to create it. It's your responsibility. You can't keep waiting around for someone to, for someone to come around. And that's the main lesson here, I think. You want what you want and they want what they want, or they don't know, but it's not your fucking problem, because you know. The World card showed up again. You can have the world and it can be all yours, but you have to claim it. Right now, you're refusing that change to happen for whatever reason, you know. You know best. But you are what's, right now, you're stopping this circle from completing, from coming to completion. So we have the 5 of, yeah. It's here again, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So we have a lack mentality here, okay? Because the door, you're sitting on the steps, but you could easily walk upstairs and walk in, you know? But with your choices, you make yourself sit outside in the cold. And so this is what you need, this is what you have to learn. This is the main lesson here. What you can learn from this person and this situation is starting to be grateful and count your blessing despite your circumstances that might be stressful. Because while this person may be a huge part of your life, it's not everything. So you have to start rediscovering what makes you happy. Hobbies, friends, passions, you know. Start writing a list of what you're thankful for every day, or at least every week. A gratitude journal. You know, the Hermit is all about journaling and reflecting in any way possible. And that's the best thing you can do right now, because you need to clean up that messy way of thinking, you know, the being focused on the negative, the feeling like you're missing out, the feeling like you can't have what you want, because it's a lie. You can have anything you want. You just have to stand up for it, stand behind it, and be confident enough to go after it, and to demand it. You're the boss of your own life, and that should be your main focus right now. Yeah. So let's see what your oracle cards had to say. We had the Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Exactly. Trust that this is all lined up for you already. You don't have to be scared to miss out on it. Like I said, you can have anything you want, but first some lessons need to be learned. Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you. Yeah, you're manifesting your own life. It's you. You're the creator of your own life, like I said already. Your life mirrors, reflects what's going on in you, and maybe start writing a manifestation list, you know? Write down exactly what you want in great detail. And then you just put it somewhere. You don't look at it anymore. But while you write it, you give it your everything, your every ounce of your attention. And when you feel like you're done, you just put it in a drawer and try not to think about it anymore. Or if you think about it, then only in a stress-free manner, like how excited you are once you're gonna have it, you know, that. And whenever something pops into your head, you add another thing on your list. You know, this is your manifestation list. How exactly do you want your life to play out? Because you're magic. A rebirth is assured. Yep. It is, my sweet, gentle soul. Rest assured, it is assured. Double assured. And co-create with spirits. Yep. Already said it. Yes, the universe works. You know, one thing you need to know about manifestation, law of attraction doesn't care if the focus you give something is positive or negative. It only cares about focus. Whatever you're focused on accumulates. So if you keep focusing on this person, it will not go away. It will keep showing up. It will keep intensifying. So yeah, you have to shift your focus, change that lack mentality in order to co-create with the universe. Let's see. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Like I said, rediscover your hobbies and passions and what's fun. It will help you elevate your energy and shift your focus on the fun things in your life. It will help you it will help you move on. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Yeah, you've reached an impasse. It's no longer working. The way you've been thinking, yeah, it's not working anymore, and I think you know that. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Yeah, do the dirty work, I guess. You know, all the stuff you haven't been wanting to look at, you have to look at it. I'm thinking of Angel Hayes' album Dirty Gold. You know, you have to dig in the dirt to find the gold. And that's what the Hermit can indicate too. Journey by moonlight, believe in magic. Yeah. What more can you say to that? Beautiful. I think the messages were pretty clear, and I think I will stop your reading here. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope that this is helping you, that you could take something that you could take something valuable from this reading. If it resonated and if it helped you in any way, please do leave a comment. I always love to see those and I always respond to them. Hit me with a like or subscribe to my channel in order to not miss out on any content. I try to do a reading weekly. It just doesn't always work out. My schedule's very full. But yeah, just stick around, keep coming back. I will be ever so grateful. I'm also available for personal readings or life advice sessions. I'm also an empathetic, not empathetic, yes, I'm empathetic, an intuitive life advisor. But yeah, personal readings too, if you ever have the means to get a more personalized, in-depth reading, one-on-one session with me, whatever. I will mention my email address in the description, but it's also in my channel description if you ever want to reach out to me. I'm also on Instagram. You can find me there, florencej_guidance. Thank you so much, and I hope you will be back soon. Bye bye.